You can't be comfy like that. Do you want my arm? Like that. That's how you always sit. Ooh, that comfy. Oh, yeah, that's comfy. Excuse the hair, everyone. God, I want a haircut so bad. I washed it this morning and it's just... blah. So, I think it's called an Enneagram test. Truity. Here we are. Everything recording? Yes. BB on my lap? Yes. So now I should probably give you guys a proper intro. Welcome to me taking a test. I do just chatting on Twitch a lot, and I mentioned it there that I kind of wanted to branch out a little bit. I want to start trying to make more non-gaming content. I kind of want to try and step out of my comfort zone and try some different type of stuff. A lot of times when I'm recording something, I'm worried that it's boring or people are not going to like it, but then Nate, my editor, transforms it into a really fun piece, and then people love it in the end. So hopefully the end result is going to be entertaining for you guys. Talking with my partner, with Sean, about this, I was trying to think of how to start branching out to non-gaming content, not really having any structure, not really knowing what to do. And then Sean had the great idea to maybe try and record something that's non-gaming once a week. Just once a week. The weekend seems like a great time because I'm not streaming. I don't really have much to do in the weekends. It's my time off. I was trying to come up with ideas for videos, and Sean was talking with his friends recently about the Enneagram test. And what better way to start opening up to people and show more of myself by taking one of these tests, right? Should we just take the test and just ramble on as we go? I think that's a good idea. It's the best I have. So we have to, there's a bunch of statements, 6 pages, okay. And we have to say whether they're inaccurate, neutral, or accurate. Okay, if how we feel about them. I strive for perfection. Yeah. Not super accurate because I'm not that kind of person who's I don't get upset if it's not perfect, but I do want to give it my best. I probably have to be a lot quicker with these questions if I want to get through this in a timely manner. It is important to me that other people like me. No. I wouldn't say it's inaccurate because it does upset me if someone doesn't like me, but you can't be friends with everyone and you can't please everyone, so... It's important for me to achieve great things. I don't think I would be a YouTuber if I wanted to achieve great things. I'm not out here to save the world or anything. I'm just a YouTuber because I want to play games. I feel my emotions very deeply. Yeah. This is still a really big problem for me. My entire life, I've been around people who don't show emotions. That's just how everyone in my environment was raised. That's how I've been raised. So when emotions did spill out, not to punish the people in my environment, but basically you were being mocked or made fun of if you would cry over something, or so it's an issue. I've been getting better at it because I'm with a lovely boyfriend now who encourages emotions. So it's been getting better over the last couple of years, and I think you guys have noticed if you followed some of my playthroughs. Ghost of Tsushima is a big breakthrough for me because I allowed myself to cry 3 times for that game. So I really allowed myself to feel my emotions and go through it, and that made the playthrough so much better for me, and I remember that game so much more fondly. I think because I try to block everything off so much, or I've been doing that my entire life, that because of that, when there's a dam breach, the whole dam just breaches. I still need to learn how to do that better, you can be a little bit emotional and not 150% emotional. But I'm getting better at it. I'm prepared for any disaster. Not really. It's important for me to avoid pain and suffering at all times. I mean, that ties into the emotion thing. My brain is still trained to avoid it as much as I can. I seek out experience that I know will make me feel happy or excited. I do now. COVID has changed a lot. Once lockdown is finally over and we can travel, I want to experience so much. being locked in the house for over a year now, it's just, I'm starting to understand how much I'm missing out on, and I really want to go for it. See the positive in every situation. That's 100% me. I appreciate having rules that people are expected to follow. Yes. Order and structure. Yes, please. There's rarely a good reason for changing how things are done. Everything is always changing, right? The screen is too white. Okay. The world, people, everything is constantly changing and shifting, and there are so many things that I can think of that need to change in the world. So there's probably always a good reason for changing how things are done. I always finish my chores. Yes. I am always trying to be a better person. Yes. I check carefully for mistakes and errors. Yes. I mean, my job even before YouTube was QA, so quality assurance. Always trying to avoid spelling errors, grammar errors. I mean, I still make mistakes, obviously, but I like to feel that I'm an important person in my social group. No, not at all. I'm too shy for that. I just want to be in the background, just enjoying people's good vibes, and I don't have to be a part of it. I can just soak up their good vibes, and that's fine. It's important for me to be successful. No. This is so subjective as well. Like, everyone measures success differently, right? Like, I'm really happy where I am now. I'm in a super healthy relationship. Just good vibes all around. I feel so relaxed. I'm not stressed out all the time anymore in my personal life. I have a beautiful cat who loves me unconditionally. I'm pretty successful in that sense. I often feel overtaken by my emotions. Yes. God, how do you deal with that? People on YouTube, how do you deal with that? How do you deal with being overtaken by emotions? I just still haven't really found a handle on things. I either am stone cold and I'm a wall, or I'm a crumbling, crying mess. I have no in between. Yet. I always have a plan for what I would do if things go wrong. I'm trying to think if it's like a daily thing. Like, for example, next week I have an appointment with the dentist. Do I need to plan if that goes wrong? Do I think about what if I show up and they're like, oh, sorry. Yeah, I guess I do that. Whenever I make any kind of reservation, it's so irrational, but I'm always so worried that I'm gonna show up there and then the person behind the desk is gonna be like, oh, sorry, we don't have your reservation. We don't have a spot for you today. That's like one of my biggest irrational worries. My rational side is then like, no, of course they have your reservation. You like triple checked everything. I seek excitement. I do now. I wanna go out. I wanna see the world. I'm good at seeing the bright side of things when others complain. Yes, I am always glass half full person. I spend time trying to discover and correct my faults and weaknesses. Yes, I've done a lot of this in the last 3 years now. God, it's already been 3 years. I mean, most people know, obviously, but a lot of people discovered me in the last year. But I'm 32 now. When I turned 30, it was like a huge turning point for me. And I was just like, okay, how have I been living my life the last 10 years? Like, how have I gone from 20 to 30? And do I want to repeat those years for the next 10 years? Like, do I want to live the next 10 years in the same way I've been living the past 10 years? And I had this like huge realization, like I was so unhappy in the last 10 years. I don't want another 10 years of this. So I completely changed everything. Speaking from personal experience, you're such a product of your environment. You really like take on traits and habits of people around you. Ooh, bye beep. So I can definitely tell how different I am now compared to like 3 years ago. It's crazy, and I'm just so much more happier for it. So I think that's something that everyone can do. Like, it doesn't have to be 10 years. It doesn't have to be when you're 30. Just be like, okay, what did I do in the last season, the last year, the last quarter, whatever? And would I want to repeat that into the new one? Or do I want to do something completely different? It gives you a lot of insight in whether you want to keep going the way you are or change it. I want people to admire me. Oh, fuck no. I read books that help me be more productive or better at what I do. Not at all. I only read fantasy and horror and sci-fi. I put in the effort to make a good impression on other people. I suck at that because I'm so fucking shy. I am so shy in real life. You don't even know. Like, I stutter if I meet someone new. Like, I can't. Oh, I won't speak unless spoken to, unless someone asks me a question. And then I'm so shy that I don't ask them any questions because I'm so scared of how that question is going to be interpreted, or whether I stutter through the question, and then I just don't ask anything, which makes me seem like I'm not even interested in them. It's an ordeal. I find my mind to be a very interesting place, yeah. Especially my dreams. I have the weirdest dreams. I have a different interest than most people. No, everyone likes games. It's an easy interest. Everyone likes anime in Japan. That's like my main interests. I'm so original. I want to be a person that others can look up to. No, I just want to be the same as everyone else. Don't look up to me. I make important contributions to my community. Do I? Maybe? I do think I'm good at spreading chill vibes. So if that's a contribution, if that counts as a contribution, yes. Chill vibes. I have a great deal of willpower. Yes. Self-improvement is a major interest. Yes. So what's the deal? So these are the different types, right? The graph below shows how you scored for each of the 9 types. This graph, the area of each section indicates your score, with larger sections being a better match. Primary type is 1. 1s are defined by their belief that everything must be in order, and by their feeling that they must always be right. They show great commitment and determination to improve conditions that they find need improvement, and they are forward in encouraging others to improve their performance too. This sounds like I'm like a stickler for details, which I really am not. So I'm a 1 and then a 7. Type 7 is the enthusiast. 7s want to have as much fun and adventure as possible and are easily bored. I like that. I'm okay with that. Type 9 is called the peacemaker. 9s like to keep a low profile and let the people around them set the agenda. Yeah, this is 100% me. If a group of friends is like, let's go see a movie at the movie theater, I'm just like, we can watch whatever movie. I don't give a shit. If we're just all out together having a good time, whatever you guys want to see, I'm fine with it. This is very surprising to me though, because I feel like I'm so laid back most times. But I guess I am a perfectionist. I think you guys can see in my like Stardew playthrough, like all these like notes that I have prepared and all these plans that I come up with and all these things that we're doing. I guess that kind of shows, right? And I make lists for everything. What's my superpower? Self-discipline. Wow, what a great superpower. Yeah, I want to see this. I want to know my superpowers. How do I unlock this? $19? Sure. I unlocked it. I did it. Okay, ooh, we can see everything now. Ooh. Defined by their desire to experience everything good and pleasurable that the world has to offer while avoiding pain, boredom, and limitations. Deep down, they have a fear of getting stuck in negative emotions. That makes a lot of sense, actually, yeah. Oh, I see. So you're a body type, a head type, or a heart type. I'm part head, because I have a 7 in there, but I'm mostly 1 and 9, which means I'm a body type. I repress my anger, and it's my driving force in my actions. That makes a lot of sense, because it's like you want to have a peaceful harmony with your environment, so you don't want to overthrow the good vibes of the group, or you don't really want to make a fuss, so you kind of just like hold it in. I think that's kind of what they're talking about. Let's see, this is going to be interesting now that we've unlocked this. Ones are the model children of the Enneagram world, dutiful, responsible, and perfection-seeking. At the same time, they're idealists in the sense that they believe they know exactly how to perfect the world and they wonder why others do not see it. That's very true. This legit is me when it comes to like same-sex marriage or like trans rights, discrimination, racism, like those really big issues. I legit cannot fathom why people don't see the world the way I see it. I legit do not understand why people have issues with people of the same sex loving one another, people switching sex. Like, why is this an issue? I don't understand why people have. So this is very, I agree with this a lot. I wonder why others do not see it. Yeah. I cannot fathom. I don't understand. They are often drawn to positions of teaching, advocacy, or inspirational leadership, where they can share their visions and seek to reform the world. Oh, now, I wouldn't go that far. High moral standards, deep yearning for integrity, constantly seeks betterment for themselves and others. Can be deeply self-critical. I am never enough. Nah, I'm fine. I mean, there's always things you can improve on, but I think at the core, I'm doing pretty well. Avoids making mistakes at all costs. Puts work before pleasure, missing out on opportunities as a result. Not anymore, though. I used to be like that, for sure. Now I'm feeling like that's funny. That's the perfectionist in me. I was gonna say, now I feel like I've been answering some of these questions wrong. Like you can do wrong in a personality test. That's the perfectionist in me, I guess. But I used to really be like this, yeah. Even like friends coming over, or I would still put work first, but now I would just be like, yeah, work can wait, focus on friends. So this definitely changed. Critical and nagging to the raised forefinger. It's my way or the highway. Nah. I don't really agree with this. Often exhibit passive-aggressive behavior. No, I hate passive-aggressive behavior. That is like, oh, that's such a pet peeve of mine. I fucking hate people that do that. If you're upset with me, just tell me you're upset with me and tell me why, and then we can talk about it and fix it. I'm not gonna put all my energy and effort into trying to predict what's wrong with you. Just tell me fucking what I did wrong and how we can fix it, and then we'll work on it. Done. This is definitely not me. I do not agree with this. I agree with like one or two things of these, but not everything. Core belief. There's always something to improve. Oh, that is me. That is me, though. Resentment that the world is not as perfect as it should be and people keep doing the wrong thing or refusing to follow the rules. Like we said before, transphobia, homophobia, yeah, those things need to be gone, and it's gonna take a while, unfortunately. One can harbor deep feelings of inferiority and frustration over their own perceived inadequacies, and rather than confronting these emotions, ones tend to suppress their anger. This leads to continual resentment and irritation with others, themselves, and with the world at large for not being good enough. I feel like this description, these two sentences, this is literally me 3 years ago. This was me 3 years ago. I had a lot of anger, pent-up frustration, definitely. And I lashed out to others because of it. And I was very angry with myself most of all. 100%. This used to be me. I'm a lot better now, though. Ooh, relationships. Ones are known for being faithful, loyal, and dedicated. In relationships, they tend to go all in. As improvement-oriented perfectionists, they notice all the little things that may seem off about the relationship and are driven to reform the relationship until it is the very best it can be. Ones approach relationships as with other things from a logical perspective. They look for compatibility of values and opinions, and once those connections are established, one will stick to their commitments and promises to the very end. That's me. What the one needs. Freedom to work in their own way and meet their own standard of perfection. I mean, that's pretty much what being a YouTuber is, right? That's exactly what I am. It's like, I want the freedom to just do whatever the fuck I want. I'm just playing games, and I play the games that I want to play. I set my own goals and my own standards. And also, that's why we're here, recording a different type of video. It's literally me making up my own standards. Work they believe is deeply good. Yeah, it's pure entertainment, right? What I do. It's purely playing games and relaxing together and having a good time. Wings. Your two potential wings are the types of which are adjacent to your primary type. Oh, okay, so these are my two other top categories. Where ones can get involved and angrily passionate about their desire to make the world right, nines take a more detached and emotionally reserved approach. Oh, right. So, like, I'm not 100% a 1. I have 9 mixed in with that. So that's why I didn't agree with... Hi. What's wrong? You're so heavy. So that's why I didn't agree with everything, really, fully, because I have my wings. Adds flexibility, emotional control, balance, calm, and scholarly objectivity. I see. Of course, I'm a mix of things. Then my 2 wing is empathy, sensitivity, warm human interpersonal qualities, and compassion. Oh, that makes me feel a lot better. Okay. That's good. Okay. A path to development. Connected to 2 other types, and each connection is marked with an arrow in a particular direction. Okay, so I can go to 7 or 4. Ones tend to over-focus on the pressure to excel and be better. But adopting more of the healthy behaviors of 7 allows ones to realize that being better means taking good, tender care of themselves. Aww. 7s allow themselves to relax and take vacations, for example, which does not come so naturally to average ones. Go down, babe. He doesn't know what he wants. So I can go in this direction, which I already have been going in. Like, Sean and I have been getting a lot better about just taking time off and just relaxing, and every now and then just do nothing and enjoy each other's companies. Prioritize play and enjoyment. Pursue new opportunities or experiences. That's what I'm doing right now. That's why we're doing this video. Desire being good enough. I'm fine. I'm fine where I am. So we can also go to 4. Rediscover your individual expressions, seek a listening ear, engage in creative endeavor. Let's stay with 7. I'm okay with going. I mean, I'm already at 97%, so yeah, I'm definitely an what was it, a 1-7 then? Oh, top 3 superpowers. Yeah, I want to see. Okay, self-discipline. Temptation and distraction are no match for your single-minded focus. When you have a goal, nothing can get in your way. Analysis. You wouldn't dream of doing something without thinking it through, and you typically have a deeper understanding of the situation than other people around you. While you may sometimes be accused of overthinking things, for the most part, your thoughtfulness allows you to understand more deeply, predict more accurately, and set more detailed goals. Rather than react too quickly, you take time to ponder, with the result that your choices tend to be well thought out and carefully considered. Assertive. You're not afraid to ask for what you want in life, and more often than not, you get it. You're clear about your goals and preferences in a variety of situations, and are unlikely to get involved in something without an understanding of what you hope to gain. Pain avoidance. No one wants to feel sad, right? Yeah, this is definitely a hard one for me. By avoiding what's difficult, you're shutting yourself off of some of the most beautiful experiences in life. Reconsider the idea that you should never feel blue, and reassure yourself that if you allow yourself to feel sadness, eventually it will pass. You'll find the happy times are even sweeter when you're not so determined to block out the negative. Oh, that's a really nice way to say it. This actually is gonna help me. It's okay to feel sad every now and then, because it'll just make the happy times better. That's nice. Obedience. You're someone who does what you're supposed to do, and you feel the rules are there for a reason. Oh my god, I literally said that, didn't I? I literally said that in this test. You value correctness and predictability and expect other people to toe the line as well. While this approach means others see you as steady and reliable, it can also make you closed off to creative ideas. Yep. That's definitely something I was already aware of and I'm working on. You tend to stick with the rules even when they're not really working, and you may resist deviation from the plan even when it's gravely needed. Yeah. You can grow by truly listening to criticism of the status quo and taking time to understand how current systems may not work for everyone. I think I kinda showed during this test that I'm kind of aware of this as well, because I did say, like, yeah, rules are there for a reason, but I also said, like, but there's exceptions to everything. Like, I know that sometimes, and like, traditions often need changing. There's a lot of stuff that already needs changing in the world, so I'm definitely aware of this. I feel like going through all the stuff about ones, like, half of it I was like, no, I don't really agree with this, but then they said, like, oh yeah, but you're kind of like developing into a 7. I was like, oh, that makes sense. And a 9, my peacefulness. So 97, 98, and 96. So that's all really high. So I would say I'm a 1, 9, and a 7. Because they're almost equal. That makes sense. 1, 9, 7. So that's my character. Is a mix of these 3. But yeah, that was it. I feel like I've learned a lot. Oh, it says it when I hover over it. 98, 96, 97. So yeah, they're really high. What's my smallest one? 43 on 3. What's a 3? defined by their desire to achieve. They want to advance in the world and will sacrifice almost anything for success. 3s like to stand out. Yeah, that's so not me. Like, I am never one to be like, I want the world. I want to be famous. I want to be rich. Like, I want none of that. Like I said, I have a wonderful cat. I have a wonderful partner. My life is very zen right now. I'm just doing what I enjoy. I'm healthy. Like, though, that's success to me. I'm really happy where I am right now, and I don't need anything else. Like, I'm done. I have achieved a really happy place in my life, and I will fight to keep that. I will fight for you, baby. I will fight for you. He's just looking at me like it's almost my dinner time. But yeah, that was it. Definitely let me know in the comments. I want to hear what you guys' types are. You can do the test for free. I did it on truity.com. Just Google Enneagram test and you'll find it. I definitely want to see you guys do it and just like let me know what kind of type you are. Especially also if I said something that you're like, wow, I don't agree with that. I'm very curious. Let me know what you think. Where your personality differs or where you agree with me. Hard words. I'm having a hard time pronouncing those words. What kind of Enneagram community do we have? What kind of Enneagram type community? I think my guess is that we have a lot of 9s. I think we're gonna have a lot of peaceful harmony people. Everyone, I see a lot of people in my Twitch chat as well and in the YouTube comments in general that are just like trying to get along and just having a good time, having fun, going through these games, good vibes, you know? So I think that's gonna be my guess, but I'm super curious to hear from you guys. Anyway, this is a very different type of video. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys want to see more content like this. Oh, hi, Beep. Yeah, just walk on my desk, why don't you? Come here. Oh, he purr. Hi. But yeah, I'm gonna try and keep recording something different every time. And see how it ends up and see what happens and if you guys like it or not, and if you have any ideas for fun videos like this, like that's not gameplay, let me know, and I'll definitely have a read through the comments and see what we can come up with. So thank you so much for watching. I hope it was enjoyable to watch and I hope you learned a bit more about me, and I'll see you guys soon with something else completely different. Thank you so much for watching.